What's going on, everybody? Matt Malatesta here with VYPE here in the coach's corner with none other than Evelyn Torres, the Ridge Point girls soccer coach. They are 79-3 in the past 5 years in district play, which means no, 79-0-3. They've not lost in 5 years, three ties. That's kind of annoying for your other district mates. But Torres, let's talk about this year's team. Y'all had so much success over your tenure. Just talk about what's different about this team.
Every year, each team's different. This team is completely different than any team I've ever coached here at Ridgepoint, which is very unique because coaching 13 years, you think you've seen everything, and then something hits you like this. The girls genuinely really enjoy each other's company. They love the game of soccer, and they really do a good job of meshing that together. Their friendship, their loyalty to each other, but also to this program and the success that we're wanting to have and the standard that we've upheld here. And it's very unique because sometimes whenever you're trying to accomplish a goal, it can get ugly. It can get very competitive, but this team has embraced that and has done it in such a healthy way that they genuinely just care and love for each other. And that's been really unique.
You know, we need Houston to win something. We did not win anything in football, virtually nothing in basketball. What will be the keys for you all at Ridgepoint to make a deep run in the playoffs?
The key thing for us is the mental aspect of going into playoffs. We've had talent, and I mean, you can just see that and hear that in the scores and the records that we've had, but it's such a mental factor when you get into the playoffs and for each round that you accomplish or each round that you go to. It's very exhausting. It's very overwhelming. It's very difficult in soccer because there are games that you're playing back to back, and stamina, mental strength, physical strength, it's all compiled into one. And yes, talent will get you there, but only gets you so far. It's that mental aspect that you've got to climb over that hump that, we're looking to accomplish.
Great answer. Give me your headliners. Who are your stars?
We've got two starting senior returners with Kylie Harris and Dio Tennyson. Kylie's our holding mid, and Dio is our forward. In the midfield, we have Laurel Kelly. She's committed to U of H. She's a junior. Up top, we've got Cameron Letelier. She's a junior as well. And in the back line, we've got Emma Lovell, Ryan Dedman, Kelsey Vaughn, and Allie Wilson. And those are our returners from last year's state roster.
So, talk about it's not like you lost a lot last year. How
Yes.
hard is it to kind of ramp back up, or do y'all are just that good that kids kind of backfill positions?
I think we've been blessed enough that we've been able to backfill positions because of just the heavy roster that we had last year. So these girls have kind of been waiting their turn, waiting their opportunity, and learning. Some of them were on the field, some of them were on the sidelines, some of them were even on the JV team. So it's nice to see these girls take notes, learn from the elders and their successes and sometimes their mistakes, and really cherish that and grow from those experiences.
That's called a program. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like you don't have a blip on the screen where you're good for like a year or 2 years. It seems like it's been consistency there. Um, Mentors, who's been your biggest influences in girls soccer and or coaching?
I'd really have to go back and just reflect on my high school coach. He's still currently coaching. He's the head girls soccer coach at Deer Park High School, Jesse Saavedra. He's been a huge mentor throughout my entire life. Got me back into high school coaching, has supported me along the way. We play each other every year just because it's a fun matchup, the mentor and the mentee going against each other. So I really do dedicate and owe a lot of thanks and grace for him, that he has blessed me and has taught me a lot. And then also another friend of ours, David Walters from Stratford. He's just kind of been in my life throughout coaching. And I've learned a lot from him and just watching and studying and talking to them. They've just been good friends of mine that I've been able to learn and grow from their experiences and just asking them questions whenever they can answer.
So after Deer Park, then what did you do?
What do you mean?
Did you play in college? Did you play?
Oh,
What was your journey?
So I went to Dobie High School. Jesse was a head coach at Dobie High
Okay, gotcha.
School, and that's where I graduated from. From there, I went to play collegiately at Belhaven University. It's in Jackson, Mississippi. I did that for 4 years, and then just like any other college graduate who played soccer or any college sport, you graduate really not knowing what to do. You know, it's time to step away from the sport because your route has ended, but you still love it. And you really don't have any guidance once you graduate college. It's like you're thrown out into the wolves and you start asking people and then you try things out. So try to get into the business world, didn't really work out, reached out to my high school coach and he was like, maybe you should try coaching. So I applied to Adobe High School and got an assistant girls coaching job there, and that's kind of where the career took off.
You have to be smart to go to Belhaven College.
Ugh, they say so.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so finally, what do you do? What do you do for fun? Like, what does like Evelyn Torres do to wind down from the craziness of girls soccer?
Well, I don't think soccer in my family stops. There's two things that are most important to me in my life, and it's family and soccer. So have a Hispanic background. My mom is from Argentina, my dad is from Mexico. And we just grew up with soccer in our lives. So it's family and soccer, and that's all that we do. We're just a very competitive soccer family, and we're watching soccer games or any kind of sports games and hanging out together.
All right. This is Evelyn Torres. Man, she's built a superpower at Ridgepoint. Um, you can just tell that your kids love you. And, being a young, this is my last question. This is just popping in my brain. How does that, being a young coach, I feel like that's a huge benefit because you can kind of connect to what these girls and guys are going through as high schoolers. You're not that far removed from it like me.
Yes, I feel like I can definitely reflect. I do think time has changed so much. It's so different from whenever you or I were in high school. Time has definitely changed, and it's quickly changing and it's ever changing. But I think I'm able to relate and meet them halfway and understand some of the things that they're going through. Like I said, just it's a different ball game now. Things that we never even worried about in high school or even in life at that time in our lives, these kids are stressing about completely. Because they're always just looking to the future or what someone else has. And I think obviously social media has done a lot, but also television and whatnot. There were things that we just weren't exposed to that these kids are very exposed to at a very young age. So just meeting them halfway, understanding where they're coming from, and just learning from them because they not only do I teach them things, they teach me a lot about myself and how I can grow and be a better person every day.
All right, one of the best in the business, Evelyn Torres, Ridgepoint. We're starting some soccer playoffs. They got a deep run in them, I can tell. All right, this is Matt with VYPE. We'll see y'all at the games.